Welcome to Rooted in Abundance Farm, where a single mama and her two little ones are building their dream farm. Hey y'all, good morning. I'm Birdie, single mama who just bought 10 acres and an old farmhouse, and I am turning it into my dream farm. Today I'm going to start working on making my goat pasture, which is actually going to be a woodland area, and I am going to mount in some holders for electric wire, and I'm going to run electric wire around this large area so the goats have a very large play area with lots of things to nibble on. And eventually I'll rotate them out, but we have two babies coming in this month, so we really don't have much yet, but eventually I will rotate them around. But for now, this is more than enough. We will be adding bucks and more does for sure, because I want to have a little bit of a goat cheese farm. So I think this will be awesome, and I'm gonna get started on this. I have my drill, I have a little mount that's gonna help me screw them in here, and I'm just gonna run it all along this line here using the trees. So I've got all these big old mounts for the trees. These are going to go in the trees, and I have this to put them on there, which is perfect. So it should make it a pretty easy job, and then I will run the wire through there. I'm sure before I run the wire, I'll need to do a little more trimming. I'll need to do a little more trimming before I run the wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these around, see where I want them. And then my chainsaw is actually charging right now, and then I'll see where I need to trim before we add the wire. Okay, so I'm gonna need to make sure to straighten them out. I think I'll just have to go get a screwdriver to make sure to straighten them out so they're all facing upwards. That actually worked really well. So I'm impressed. This shouldn't take me that long. I went ahead and decided to run 5 lines because better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna run one that's pretty close to the ground here, and then up this high. I'm gonna see how it works out. I might even add a 6th one, but I think this is pretty good for now as far as electric fence.
Is that for the wire?
Is that for the wire? Nope. So we're gonna have a charger set over by the barn that charges the electric fence, and then I'm gonna run wire through these little things here, and it'll have electric. So if they get close to it, they go zip, and they get a little shock, and that teaches them to not go by it. And so they'll stay inside where they're safe. So I'm gonna run it all the way down that way, and then all the way through the trees there, and then back towards the barn, and then that way they have a big old fenced area.
What if they want to hold this?
It's just an old tree. And then if this tree grows and it makes my fence come off the ground or too uneven, I'll unscrew the top one and move it down.
Oh.
Yeah, and she'll heal up nicely. And you see I gave a little space in case she grows and pushes the S out a little bit. That way she has room to grow. She's very tall and beautiful, isn't she? It's a good tree. Oh, look at the little mushrooms growing right here, honey.
You found
Can you identify? Oh, this has got such a bark. I wonder if I can get to the good one good enough.
Oh, this is yours. Oh, this is...
How far? Okay, so that...
No, don't pull it.
We'll see. We gotta kind of screw it into the bark here, I think.
What? Don't pull this.
Perfect. And then that line will run over here. Don't touch those, baby. I don't know if those are safe ones or if they're poison. We'll have to use our ID check.
Safe ones.
You think they're safe ones? I should have measured those, huh? Okay, it looks like they were about a handprint apart for each one, so I'm gonna do the next one about right there. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. Make my life a little easier.
Mommy, I think this is where I found those mushrooms.
Yeah, just about. I think maybe on one of those logs right over there. You're welcome to go look.
It's not on a log.
charge the battery. I gotta go plug in the battery.
Yeah, this is Murphy's bed.
Are you gonna take that to the garden?
Here, Mom, take it.
Thank you. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You guys want to go show me your mushrooms?
Yeah. It's not the same one I found. Mom! It's actually just one. It's not a worm.
Do you find a worm?
Guys, look.
We took a nice leftover chicken noodle soup break, charged this baby. My chainsaw is getting charged too. And so I'm gonna go finish trying to put the fence together, getting ready for the wire, and then we are going to do some chainsawing for the garden and for the fence run. See it again? What is it? What are we doing there?
The wall for the chicken stalls.
Oh, we're gonna put a stall gate right there?
Yeah.
A wall?
Oh, by the way, these are the chickens' place. We're gonna need to clean that out for a little bit.
That's where the chickens are gonna lay their eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we need to do in here to get ready for the goats?
Clean up the place.
We gotta clean up a little bit, that's true.
Yeah. Oh,
What else?
and we got to clean up the fire.
We have to add some gates
And add some gates.
and some hay.
And
So for this space, we're gonna have one side for the chickens and one side for the goats. Maybe possibly add a little bit more in the future because we'll have these two front areas that could also be stalls added in. But I'm gonna leave it open for now and add a big gate for the very front of the barn. And we're gonna put a wall all the way up in the middle and then add some gates over there. I'm gonna mill some logs for those parts, but for the middle, I at least have enough boards up in the rafters. So that'll make it a little bit easier. But I did just get my milling equipment, so I'm excited to do that. Behind the barn. We'll be right next, but uh-oh. Okay, maybe. Okay, I ran out of battery, my camera died, but I finished going all the way through the forest. The last part I need to do is right here by the barn. There's just so much brush, I can't even get to the spots where I want to put the screw-in thing, so I'm gonna come through with my chainsaw and just clear a little bit of brush and go through and cut the tiny trees that were in the way of where the wire will be running through, and then I will start running wire through there. I just need to figure out where I want to put the gate opening entrance for the electric fence area. And I have stalls over here that I need to clean up and finish up. There's a little hole in the roof that needs patched for these exterior stalls here. But then for the barn, I already have most of the wood, and I'm waiting on my clamps and my level to get here, and then I'll throw the stalls up real quick. So not too much to do until we're ready for the goats, so I'm really excited. And the other project I am working on today is I felled my first big tree. I've already been felling smaller trees because I had my mini chainsaw. Now I have my large chainsaw and I felled a large tree. This is going to be garden beds. Let's see if I can not get my chainsaws to this. Come over here, Bubby. You need to be a little bit farther away. Can you go right over here? Thank you. It's cool to see though, huh? here, baby. Watch your toes. Roll it in. Open the fire. You say, are you having fun? What do you do about living? Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. There'll be archways right here, just right when you come in. And then behind the archways will be like a giant circle. It'll have like a vining station, a giant circle, and it'll be like full of flowers. Flower vines, right, Piper? And then from that radiating out will be like all these different long garden beds. And then I'll edge the whole garden area. I'll probably do like kind of closer to the forest edge, a bunch of different perennials that can tolerate partial shade. They should get pretty full sun still, but I think closer to the edge, I'll do some more perennial stuff. And those will just be long, straight garden beds, kind of edging the entire thing. I want it to be beautiful. I'm not just doing straight rows in the ground over here. I'm trying to be intentional about it, but I really need to stake it out because knowing myself, I'm just gonna be like, throw a garden bed here, throw a garden bed there, and then we'll just end up with a bunch of garden beds everywhere. But the archway and the circle should keep me a tiny bit focused. So let's see. Two shovels. I'm gonna bury it a little bit. We're gonna make a big archway for things to climb on, pretty flowers.
This covered it.
Alright, that'll be the end of today's vlog. A little bit of working on the goat yard, a little bit of working on the garden, getting my chainsaw started. I think that's enough for us today. We're gonna go relax inside now. And I probably need to figure out staking out the garden. I have it drawn up a little bit, so I'll probably come out here and lay some sticks out at least. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a beautiful day and stay tuned for our ridiculous amount of projects we have coming.